guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, baby, everything is A-OK and people are mad. Y'all, listen, right? If you guys don't know, for some reason media doesn't report it, Jada Pinkett Smith's book, Worthy, as much as they want to act like it's a flop, as much as they want to act like, she's doing too much, and, she is, but that's Jada Pinkett Smith. It has reached number 3 or 4 of the New York Times bestseller list. 3 or 4 of the New York Times bestseller list. That is a huge accomplishment. On top of that, Will has a new podcast. You guys should watch it. It's called The Class of 88. He's bringing back all the old. If you are a fan of old school hip hop, if you are a historian, if you were alive back then and you want to hear the besides the tea gossip with a personality that only Will can give, baby, you got to watch. It's The Class of 88, all podcasts. Make sure you check it out, right? But I have a question. Why about Jada? And let me just say this. There were times when Jada was releasing information that I was like, enough, this has to stop. But then you know what? I had to realize that I was internalizing a narrative that the media had planted in all our heads because get this, y'all know I stay in the dirt. But the fact that Jada was freely and openly sharing all the hardships that Will and her went through, and she was dragged for that. Now listen, would it have been me? No, I like to keep, no, right? But the fact that Will said he was fine with it, Will said he accepted it, Will and Jada have an understanding at the end of the day, that's his life partner, that's her life partner, not ours. But even outside of don't worry about that, mind your business, because I don't mind my business. That's what I do for a living. I really have to check myself and actually think, because if this had gotten leaked to the blogs without them knowing, this would have been on the cover of Time magazine. If we had somebody being like, behind the screen with dark light being like, yes, I slept with Jada, right? Yes, I am Will's lover. If you had people speaking behind a dark screen with like a voice recorder, yes, like this would have been everywhere. It would have been on Dateline, Nightline. It would have been on People. It would have been all over TMZ. Don't act like we don't like the gossip. We do. This is what I do for a living. I know y'all like the gossip. I know y'all like the mess. But it wasn't. Jada took some real stuff that was going on between her and Will, and she told the world. It didn't leak. Nobody sold them out. It wasn't a breaking of an NDA. She just decided to tell the world the real of what her marriage looked like. Now, some of y'all might not respect that because we live in a world where people are more concerned with keeping up images and keeping up appearances. As much as people want to drag the Kardashians or whoever else, at the end of the day, Jada and Will came through honest. And Jada's being dragged for it. And this isn't in defense of Jada. I know some stories weren't adding up. I know she would go on interview A and say A, interview B. I get it. But it does shock me that she shared information that had it leaked onto the blogs, we would be knee deep in this. But because instead of us having to find it and take it and steal it, and there's no salacious, and she just said, this is me. Judge me if you want. All of a sudden, everybody wants to make her public enemy number one. Everybody wants to mock Will and them. Again, I'm not saying that this type of mess happens in every relationship. I am saying that with them being celebrities, a lot of celebrity marriages are fake. A lot of couples that you think are in love are not. A lot of people that pose on this thing and play happy family are anything much. A bunch of people you got even in everyday life riding around looking like they're rich are not. A bunch of people y'all got cheesing on Instagram. My wife, happy. It's all BS. We are so used to seeing a fake, fictionalized version of what happiness looks like, and what adversity looks like, and what struggle looks like. that we buy it as real. But then when somebody shows us what is real that most people can attest to, nobody want to see that. Everybody got a problem with it. Why? Jada showed us her real, and she didn't wait until somebody stole it from her. She didn't wait until somebody leaked it. She didn't wait until the neighborhood talk or the shade room or whoever else could make a million posts and we're running back and forth. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm not judging anybody because y'all know I'm down with the ooh, 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 ooh. Y'all know. If you don't, please go watch another of my videos. I'm down with the ish and giggles. I'm down with the ish and giggles. But why are we not uplifting Will and Jada for actually sharing their truth and showing us that love exists outside of a vacuum of perfection, showing us what marriage might look like to some people, showing us what a relationship that we all looked up and admired, what was really going on behind the scenes. I've said it once and I've said it again. When you reach a certain amount of status, wealth, money, you know what they always say? Rules are for poor people. Morals are for poor people. And I'm not saying that Will and Jada don't have morals. Please don't start. But what I'm trying to say is when you get to that level of fame, think about in your life, people are really ready to sell their morals and do whatever they can for reality TV check, to be friends with a rapper or musician. No shade to rappers or musicians. To be friends with a reality TV person, to be on the arm of a D-list actor. They will sell their whole family up. Imagine what people are doing to get next to the type of fame that Will, and fame, money, clout, whatever you want to call it, even though it will, this is fame, not clout, right? Imagine what people will do to stand next to them. What they want to go, the type of things they had access to. You got people doing one leg up for congressmen that don't make more than $500,000 a year just because they want to go to like the annual gala. So the world they live in is not ours, but it's the world that a lot of celebrities live in. And the fact that Jada and Will were brave enough to be like, this is what it is. We're not going to hide anymore. We were never hiding, but I'm going to be true. Jada really exorcised ghosts that were in her head. Ghosts that were in her head. And I hope it bought her some peace, because I can't take one more interview about her being engaged to Pac, not Pac, this and that. Girl, okay, right? I was never one obsessed with Jada's relationship with Tupac. I was actually more interested in her relationship with Will, right? I don't know if it was the smartest thing for her to announce that, you know, people got a shot with Will. I'm just saying, because I've had a lot of people in my DMs being like, girl, they shooting their shot. But I am saying that at the end of the day, right? We want real. We want honesty. We want transparency from the people that we put on pedestals and admire. And when somebody actually does give you the real, does give you the transparency, does give you the honesty, they get dragged. But again, if it had leaked to the blogs and there was no book and Jada was just in there, this would be all over CNN, ABC, everything they could. Y'all, let me just say this about Will and Jada, right? No matter what you think of them, they are who they are. And I admire the fact that they are standing together through this, because at the end of the day, that's what real partnership looks like. Not who's splitting bills 50-50, not who's taking who on $150 dates, not on who's being submissive and who's not, and who's like, no. Somebody that truly is your partner to the end of time, and you want to rock with them till the wheels fall off. Baby, we can argue that the wheels have fallen off, but baby, they still rocking. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Shout out. Don't forget to make sure you watch Will's Class of 88 podcast. It is an amazing podcast. And also, literally, put it on it's just really good. And even if you don't think you're interested in it, I'm telling you, it lights up your ears. Like, you're gonna love it. And shout out to Jada for her book Worthy. Baby, getting on the New York Times bestseller list is no small feat. And baby, she was working. to make sure that happened. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.